around, but not too many. It's more of a middle class. That is definitely what I would be classified as, is middle class. And then Munster is definitely is the richy neighborhood, like the rich town. It's all rich people pretty much. But then I'm living right next to areas like Gary, Indiana, which, if anybody knows, I'm sure most people actually do know of Gary, Indiana, being the fact that it is been the murder capital of America for quite some time. It's a toss-up between Gary, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. Yes. So, yeah, living around next a bunch of hoods, it's whatever. I've grown up here, so I'm fairly accustomed to it. It's not a big deal. I don't, I'm no gangbanger. I don't like gangbangers. I definitely look down upon them and think that we just need to start carpet bombing all of the ghettos and get rid of those kind of people. They don't do any good for this country, and it's one of the main reasons people look so, or other countries look down upon America. And speaking of America, it does bring me into something I want to talk about: the debt ceiling, and what is going to happen when that is all resolved by Mr. Obama and Boner. Yes, I think it's I can't remember exactly what Boner is governmentally wise, or what his official class or his title is. I think he's the Speaker of the House, I believe. But they are trying. Supposedly, there's going to be, or what I've read, there's going to be over $1 trillion in savings. How? I don't know, because America doesn't even have that kind of money right now available to us, or have in a long time. I mean, that's less money than we owe China. So that always happens to me. Sorry to break up my story, but that carrot always disappears, and then that stuff disappears too. I don't know why. Had some glitch in the game, but it's an odd glitch. I would like those carrots so that I could use them in my alchemy, but whatever, game. Don't give me the things I want. But anyways, as I was saying, debt ceiling is coming up, and it's gonna mess with a lot of people from what I've heard. Supposedly, I've talked to some people that don't necessarily believe that this is going to happen, but supposedly Social Security is going to be getting cut off for a lot of people. I'm actually going to auto attempt locks while I'm doing this so you guys don't get bored. And it's a pretty easy way to do it. I find it generally pays off until you stop finding lockpicks, because you will stop finding lockpicks fast in this game. In the beginning of the game, at early levels, you find lockpicks like crazy, and you get into like double-digit levels, lockpicks, no way. So you gotta go do the Eye of Nocturnus mission, which is a pain in the ass, because you have to get Will-O-Wisp dust, and those fucking Will-O-Wisps are really hard to kill. Really hard to kill. Like, unless you're... Well, it's easier to do it in an earlier level, so I'm probably going to end up doing it quick. Like, within... probably, like, upwards of level 5. Just so I can get the skeleton key. There we go, that's what it's called. So I can get the skeleton key and be able to just lockpick like crazy and never have to worry. Oh no, it's a mud crab! Ah! Gosh. But for now, like, ooh, that trap is usually set off. Oh, that rat usually sets that trap off. But for now, I'm stuck with regular old lock picking. And mine, like, it seems probably like I'm lagging or I'm just moving slower. It's because I decided to crank up my graphics on Oblivion, which I never noticed. My friend, my friend who has a MacBook Pro, I let him put my Oblivion on his MacBook because he paralleled uh, whatever the OS for Mac is, Safari, I think, with Windows, so you can play video games on there. Even though shortly after that, Mac got Steam, which I find just pretty entertaining. He just like possibly ruined his Mac by paralleling it after, like, right before Steam got put on there. But he put it on there, and he kept saying that, oh, Oblivion doesn't look that much better on your computer than it does on my MacBook. And I have, a PC, obviously. I have an Alienware laptop. It's the M15X. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure you got a drink of water before I started this. What the? That's really odd. I don't think I've ever seen that glitch before. Those are breeches. That looks like a quilt to me, but weird. Yeah? I wonder what happens if I pick them up. Will it look like that? Let's find out. No, just armor. Yeah? That's really weird. I wonder what happens when I put them on. Oh, they look like pants. That was odd. But anyways, I realized that the only reason Oblivion looked anywhere near similar on his MacBook as it does on my PC was because I did not have my graphics as high as I could. I had them at like 480 or 720 actually, I think, but I've now put them up to 1080, and it's like bam, gorgeous. 1080 HD. Ooh, look at that. Look at those dimples in that armor, and his pockmarks in his face. But yes, rule of thumb: always get arrows. Always. I will always grab arrows. I do not care. I will take them all day long. Because you can get a good amount of money for them. They're worth 1 gold a piece, but you're obviously going to get them in mass quantities. So you save those mass quantities up, and voila, you got lots of gold. Excuse me. Do some alchemy here, which can be a pain in the ass too. Most definitely, alchemy is a pain in the ass sometimes. But like I said, it is 100% worth it. Only thing is, at the early stages, you can just get a bunch of restore fatigue, and that's really pointless to me. Like, I never use restore fatigue potions. I always sell them or just drop them, because I use endurance as one of my main attributes, so that my fatigue restores itself with quickness. Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do actually, like alchemy wise right now. Guess I can do some damage health potions. I don't want to get rid of a lot of my stuff, because I'm just trying to get enough, or I try to get as much money as I can right in the beginning, and I tend to do little dungeon delving right in the beginning. Like most people I've witnessed playing this game would just instantly run off to the church and start the main mission. Not me. I like to dungeon delve a lot in my early stages to try, excuse me, to try to find as much stuff as I can right off the bat. Try to find named weapons, named armor, what have you. Trying to get as much stuff as possible right off the bat. It's the best way to go in my opinion, because in Oblivion